Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel, Cap Social Network, also known as Capri Social Network. So in today's video, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to talk about and give some prime examples on how the majority of black women just talk too darn much. Whether you know it or not, ladies, I'm referring specifically to my sisters. This is one of the main reasons why some of you can't keep a man. As a matter of fact, one of the main reasons why, let me reiterate that some of you usually end up with divorces due to how you can't keep your mouth shut, due to how when you have girlfriends, you like to tell your girlfriends, especially for the majority of you who like to go and do girls' night outs, along with girls' trips, you cannot keep your personal business, your sexual business to yourself for nothing to save y'all lives. You have to, in other words, tell all your personal and most intimate secrets to all your friends. And whether you know it or not, ladies, that's one of the main reasons why some of your girlfriends may either have been with your man or may be creeping around now with your man due to how you can't keep your mouth shut. And I also want to give another prime example. And this is job related. Just suppose, hypothetically, gentlemen, you happen to have a supervisor, a female supervisor, either supervisor or manager on the job, who you want to talk to in confidence. For instance, you may, by the name of Kim, and Kim may talk to around 4 other women on the job on a regular basis. Sean, Naya, Ro, and also another one by the name of Kim as well. So you have 2 Kims, one of them that's either a manager or supervisor who you need to talk with pertaining to something that you want to be confidential. You have either, you also have another Kim who happens to be a regular employee. You happen to have an employee, a female co-worker by the name of Sean, Naya. All 3 of them are usually friends, used to talk to this supervisor, Kim, the most. Ro, Naya, Sean, and another Kim. The other Kim, once again, happens to be a co-worker, female co-worker of yours. So you happen to want to pull Kim, the manager, aside to talk about taking some time off due to you having a sick relative. And once again, let's not forget, you want this conversation of having a request to take some time off to be strictly between you and the supervisor, Kimberly. Only to be able to get the number of days or weeks that you may have talked with her about having off for a vacation on behalf of your sick relative, coming back to work right after that vacation ends, and all of a sudden those same co-workers of yours that Kim talks to, Kimberly, your co-worker, who's just a regular co-worker, Ro, Naya, and Sean, all come ask you about it. The killing part about it is these same co-workers hardly ever talk to you otherwise. Before you know it though, she has let the cat out the bag, your supervisor, Kimberly, within no time. Right after, as a matter of fact, you may have gotten granted either the number of days or weeks you may have needed to take off due to having to tend to a sick relative. And imagine this, you get the word, everybody else that she talks to on the job happens to find out about it, happens to question you about it soon as you may come back to work from off of your vacation after using either some of your annual leave or your sick leave to tend to that sick relative, only to get mad at Kimberly, the supervisor, for spreading your business, which once again, you wanted to be confidential, wanted to be strictly between you and her. Another example is how many of you fellas may have that one female relative that's not ashamed to tell anybody's business or to do to or used to during occasions such as when you may have a family get together of what it may be, either a family reunion or on behalf of a family get together during the holidays, because we all have that one big mouth, either auntie, female cousin, or something in that regard that we can't stand being around due to her big mouth. You may, for instance, be at a family gathering, and that may be that one auntie. I'll use Cecilia as an example, who already knows all your business, and don't let you be a person that's in a long-term relationship who may bring either your girlfriend or your spouse around her. She gonna tell your spouse, either your spouse or girlfriend, all the tea about you, even some of your most secretive things that you wanted to keep between both you, either between you and your auntie Cecilia or you and your mama. Because whether you know it or not, fellas, most of the time it's either may be based upon what your parents may let other ones in the family know as well. I just use the mamas for an example because it's more so people, and this is based upon my personal and honest opinion, how the average person is much more closer to their mama side of the family as opposed to their daddy side of the family. Anyway, once you were to attend those family gatherings, your auntie may have found out all of your personal business, some of your most personal and secretive things about you that you just want to keep between you and your mama, due to how your mama, in most cases, our mamas can't hold water, as the elderly people say, used to say back in the days as well, can't keep secrets too. And that's another example of how black women have big mouths. Black women don't know when to be quiet and just talk too darn much. For instance, while at a family gathering on your mama's side of the family, that one auntie who you can't stand, either you can't stand or you can't stand being around, may go as far as telling either your girlfriend or your spouse how long it took for you to lose your virginity, all because of what you told your mama first and foremost, or first hand, and only for your mama to spread it to that one gossiping and in some cases ratchet auntie, the one who always has to be the life of the party, so to speak, the one who always has to be the center of attention. Or it could be something even more personal than that. For instance, and I'm saying this in a serious sense, at the same time in a comedic sense, how you may have used to like to masturbate, and how your mama first, because your mama is the main person and will always be the main person who knows all about you, some of your most, and from some of your most deepest secrets to some of your most intimate secrets in some cases. If you like to tell about your intimate or sexual life, which I found weird, but I digress. Anyway, you may have been a person who may have masturbated, gentlemen, for so many years until you may have met that special someone, only for that one auntie, that one big mouth gossiping, in some cases, once again, fellas, ratchet auntie, to let the cat out the bag during a family gathering and tell not only either your spouse or girlfriend about how you masturbated for X amount of years until you was able to find you a steady or long-term partner, but used to go telling some of everybody else that. And that's one reason why some of us fellas are not close to certain people, especially female relatives in our families, due to how the majority of black women just talk too darn much. I could give you another example. You could be on a job and may happen to hit it off with this one female co-worker, and eventually things to get so, your relationship between both you and her, fellas, to become such a close relationship to the extent where you may arrange to go out on a date eventually. So to sum it all up, or to make a long story short, you may go out on a date with her, and I use Ken Shayla, aka Shay is what they call her for a nickname on the job for short. you may finally get a chance to take Shay out on a date, and wherever she may desire to go. Most of the time, it's usually mutual when couples used to go out on dates where they both agree to go out on a date to the same place based upon their interests anyway. So you may end up taking her out. Then before you know it, one thing may lead to another, usually. Only for her to go, if she talks to a whole lot of women, for instance, she may have 10 female friends, close friends on the job. Before you know it, that same day, or if not that next day, usually by the end of the week, all 10 of those female co-workers who she's really cool with will make fun of you, especially if while you were intimate during the time you was intimate with Shay, she may tell you right then and there how whack your bedroom or sex game was. Before you know it, you come back to work the next day or so, and all these 10 other female co-workers of hers, female co-workers who she's very close to, and some that she may have known ever since school, ever since either high school or middle school. Anyway, you go to work that next day or so, look at all of them only to find out that they're low-key making fun of you, low-key laughing at you, low-key gossiping about you, all based upon what Shay told them about your bedroom game. Or it could be a case where your bedroom game was right on point, right on fleek, only for something else to not go so good during the day. For instance, you may have been nervous and acting all erratic the whole while during the whole entire date, only for her to spread that to her friends. And then before you know it, those same girlfriends of hers are making fun of how that day, if not that next day or so, by the end of the week, how erratic you were. Before you know it, she's openly gossiping to those same girlfriends on the job, right where you could hear about how erratic you were acting during her day. I'm telling you, gentlemen, black women, the majority of them talk too darn much, gossip too darn much, to the point where us fellas really don't have any use to talk to them anymore, be in a relationship with them anymore, except for doing recreational purposes. In other words, doing sexual purposes and reasons only. And a lot of you, with that being said, black women wonder why you can't maintain a long-term relationship. It's because of your big mouth. Period, point blank. Anyway, I have already said a mouthful, but before I end this video, make sure you like the video, make sure you share, make sure you comment on it. Last but not least, you subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I hope you guys have a very safe and blessed day.